Okay, we'll get started. We'd like to welcome Josh Teater into the interview room here at the Barbasol Championship. He is making his 6th career start at this event. Josh, I know this one means a lot to you. If we can get some comments on being here this week as a sponsor exemption.
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be able to play here at home and, being a Korn Ferry member this year, and very thankful for the opportunity they gave me to have a sponsor exemption and compete here at home. So, I can't say much more than thank you.
Yeah, Mark mentioned as you were coming in, talking a little bit about your play on the Korn Ferry Tour this year. Lost in a playoff there at the BMW, but just talk a little bit about how that tour is keeping you fresh as you try to get back out here on the tour.
Yeah, very competitive, week in and week out. You go out there on most of those courses. If you don't shoot 4 or 5 under, you're getting lapped. So I've had a solid year from beginning to now, and look forward to getting back out there and putting the pedal down to finish the year.
And what's the state of your game coming into the week?
Yeah, I feel good. I had last week off, a little bit of rest and a little bit of practice toward the end of last week. But, I feel like I'm playing well and just trying to get on the greens and make some more putts.
What is it about this golf course? What's important to bring with your game to a golf course like this?
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of short clubs in the greens, and the par 5 scoring is huge here. There is some rough here, which I don't think we've seen in the last few years. So, there's a couple times, like in the Pro-Am yesterday, I had to lay up on a par 5 because I hit it in the rough, where in past years I could just blast it up there near the green. So, I think it might be a little bit tough to get it closer if you're in the rough, and maybe the greens could be a little bit firmer than they have been in the past, we hope, and make putts, All
right. Questions? Okay. Yep.
Josh,
yeah.
There you go. You came close to winning out in the Korn Ferry Tour just a little while ago. A lot of young talent out there. What does it feel like being out there competing against all those young guys that are up and coming?
Yeah, I think they come out and they win right away. We saw it happen 2 weeks in a row out there. I think I am 44 years old. You may think that's a disadvantage in some ways, but in some ways it's an advantage. I've been around, seen the courses, know what it takes, dealt with ups and downs, and kind of know what the road's all about. So, I'm trying to look at it through that lens and know that, hey, I have been doing this 20 years, so there's a little bit of something I have up on these young guys. I'm not as long as they are, but I'm not short by any means. I'm still hitting it plenty far to compete, and I know if I get hot with a putter, I can have good weeks.
All right. And, Josh, this tournament is known for its Pro-Am parties. Tonight at Rupp Arena, will you be going to that one?
Yeah, I'll be there. I got a par 3 shootout with ISCO over at Picadome Golf Course. Right before that, to have some fun with those guys, and then I'll be at Rupp Arena tonight.
State of Kentucky basketball, you okay with the Wildcats right now?
Yeah, we got a whole new team this year. I've told a lot of my friends I'm holding out any judgment until they play 10 regular season games. So, I think we got a good class coming in and a couple older guys that are staying. So, I think it could be a good year for sure.
All right. Mark?
Just going back to competing against the young guys, a lot of those guys are out here via PGA Tour University. What do you think of that program? And, when you were going through that stage of your career, how would that have benefited you, and how would you have looked upon that?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody should have the pleasure of going through Q school, to some extent. I was playing with Ricky Castillo, I guess, the last tournament. I kind of joked with him about that, but there's no doubt these kids are good. They can play, and they're going to step out here and win. I don't think it would have affected me at all, because playing at Morehead State, I probably wouldn't have got too many points. I won one tournament in college, so I would have still had to go to the Q school ranks. But the best players are getting a chance to kind of get out here, which in other sports, that's the way it is,
And speaking of Q School, it's back again this year for a number of players to, I think, 5 to access straight to the PGA Tour. What were your experiences like, and do you have a particular story from Q School that you recall?
Yeah, I mean, I tried it 8 times. It was the 8th time that I finally got to the final stage, and I was kind of on the bubble going into the last day, the last 9, to get a top 25 card in 2008, and kind of had I guess you would call a choked. I don't know. I had a bad run to finish, and looking back though, I think it's the best thing that could have happened. I got to play a full year on the Korn Ferry Tour, pick my schedule versus my schedule picking me on the PGA Tour, and maybe being a deer in headlights. And I was able to finish 7th on the Korn Ferry Tour that year, and hopped out on the tour in 2010.
How does that level of pressure at a Q school compare to the pressure of being out on tour trying to make a cut, or being out on tour in contention to win a tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's way more pressure. I mean, it determines your job for the year, for the next upcoming year. I think being in contention is great. You're playing well. You kind of feel like things are going to be good. You're going to go your way. And then playing on the cut line is a different kind of pressure, I think. Maybe Q school on the cut line in contention are the way I would rank them.
And now that you're 44, does the pressure in those situations change, or is it still the same?
I think they're pretty similar. I had the lead there in Greenville at the BMW most of that week, and Sunday I was very at ease, I would say. I felt very content with whatever may happen. I was playing well. I wasn't going to try to change anything. Adrian got hot on the back 9, had a nice stretch and took the lead, and I think he bogeyed the last hole, and I was able to get into the playoff with him. But I mean, I'm thankful for how I played, and I don't think I lost it. So I'm just going to try to keep putting one foot in front of the other and have fun out there,
But no place we'd rather see you win than right here. Hopefully we'll see you here Sunday night, Josh.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
Yep.